So today I'm going to be doing a tour of all my plants and seeds. My desert agave, my true fern spores. So I did a video on these and sowing these. Here are my apple trees. So I tried growing some outside earlier this summer, but they didn't do too well. I guess it's too hot down here. Then here are my windmill palms. See, there's one. See, there's one that's starting to germinate. It's actually a few. And here are my Queen of the Andes seeds. I also did a video on these. I was sowing these. And now it's outside. Here. What are you doing? It's our dog, Diamond. These are my almost Thanksgiving cactus. And most of the stuff up here is hers. Here's my stuff. This is a spiny star cactus, and these range from northern Mexico all the way up into the plains of western Canada. They are one of 4 species of cactus native to Canada. And here's my carnivorous plants. So this is Sarracenia psittacina, the native pitcher plant. And then here's my sundews. These actually came with the pitcher plants as stowaways, I guess you could say. Then here are my pitcher plant seedlings. These are, I don't even think you can tell, but I think these are Sarracenia flava, and then these are Leucophylla, or Leucocephala, I think it's the name. Yeah. And then there is, you can see it down there. There's an agave, or an aloe that I planted. So I took it out of my leopard gecko tank, and at first it died back, but now you can see it's starting to come back slowly but surely. Okay. Said there's my Momozinas there. Bunch of other stuff too. she really likes, what are they? The name escapes me now. Oh, they're, here is my Majesty Palm. So I got this at Kroger. So this is the first palm I've ever had. I got this at Kroger this year, actually, in July. Yeah. See, these like lots of water. If you're in an area where you can plant them outside, I would definitely suggest doing so. Oh, there's a little fish jumping spider of some sort. First time I've seen one. Yeah. So this will get, what, probably about 30 feet, 30, almost 30, I don't know. I just know they get big. I think in their native range, they can get almost 100 feet tall. So hopefully this one will get that big. We'll see how well it does here in the wintertime. Our winters don't get that cold very often, but it's still in like the 30s, I think, as a low. And oh look, crepe myrtles and azaleas. Those are the two plants that she has the most of, as you can see. She loves crepe myrtles and azaleas. And here is my yucca. So I got this, I guess, what, beginning of last month, maybe end of July, I think. It's doing pretty good. And I think this is one of the ones native to the southeast, to the south. I got it at a garden center, not too far from here. And these are monocots like palms are. And I think it's big enough to where next spring it'll shoot up a flower stalk. And then here is my golden barrel cactus that I got, I guess a couple weeks ago. It seems to be doing pretty good. Yeah, it seems to be doing pretty good. Yeah. These will, this will eventually get about, I think about 3.5 feet tall. Although that is probably another 20 or 30 years down the line. Yeah, it doesn't seem to mind the rain too much. I planted it in ground, so that should help with waterlogging. those are some of her lilies that she has here, my mom. I forget the name. Here's a Rosa Sharon. Yeah, would you look at that? More crepe myrtles and azaleas. Turtle nest looks like. Watch for a step here. Yep. So I took some clippings off of this fig tree here, and kind of funny thing is that when I first took them off, I tried rooting them in the water, and it kind of took a while. And then I came and buried them out here, and look, already starting to put on some new growth. This is my fig tree. So I got this at the same garden center. I got the yucca and the tree fern at, and you'll see the tree fern in a little bit here. So yeah, when I was younger at my old house, we had one grown in our backyard for many years before it got cut down. Here's one of those cuttings. They seem to be doing pretty good. I don't know about this one. Sure is a nice day out. It rained all day yesterday. So everything got a good drink. And so I've got some native plants right here, but they've already died back for the winter. They'll come up next spring. And here are my banana trees, or banana plants actually. And I said when I got them, they probably weren't even half this size. You can see how fast they've grown already. I said I also, when I was younger, at our old house, these were when my parents bought that old house. There was like I guess the old owner had been growing some, and they were probably a good 7 or 8 foot tall, probably. see. Here is a tree fern, and for a little, it had already disintegrated. And when I first got it, it had four. It had four fronds, but the other two, so it was looking a little rough there for a minute because I was watering it maybe once or twice a week, maybe, and I noticed it wasn't doing so hot, so I decided to water it more frequently and to just leave the hose on, and it seems to be doing pretty good now. You can see there's a little frond right here that's starting to uncurl, and with these, they like lots of water. If you live in an area that doesn't get much rain, these probably aren't for you because they're not very drought tolerant. And where I live, it rains somewhat frequently, I think. Somewhat frequently. Like sometimes it can be once or twice a week or once or twice a month. And these, you need to water these at least 3 times a week, maybe. Yeah, you need to water these at least 3 times a week. Unless it rains, then that should do them for a couple days. Like, for instance, it just rained here yesterday, so yeah. The tree fern. These are very cool plants. This will eventually get probably 20 or 30 feet tall, but again, that won't be for another 10, 15 years maybe. And these are all my mama's plants over there. Let's see, she's got a couple peace lilies. I think those are gardenias. There's another crepe myrtle, and she's got quite a few magnolias growing on the property. Magnolias are something else she likes. Oh, one more thing over here. I need 2 more things. Some roses. Here are, so these are Mexican petunias. You can see a little flower bud starting to develop. There's a Rosa Sharon. She used to have a real big one right there, but it died back. And I don't know if you can see. Now it's starting to grow back out of that dead trunk there. there's gunshots. The dog's probably on the porch now. She does not like loud noises. Does not like. Here's our elephant ear. If it doesn't look too good, I think it's because it's in the process of dying back. Although interesting story with this one, I think this is why it's kind of stunted. That I bought some for my mom across the street, and hers are probably good 4 or 5 feet tall right now. And when we first got these last year, they were kind of taking a while to come up. And when they did come up, when we planted them here, it was because we planted them upside. It was because we planted them upside down. So yeah, and I think last winter, I think like January, I came and corrected the orientation of these bulbs here. So that might be why they're a bit stunted. But they'll adapt. Here's my palm seeds. You probably need to fix that here. Yeah. So I had rubber bands holding this together. So I actually had rubber bands holding this up, but the rubber bands broke. So Kiki, there's our kitty. And oh, one more thing. Here's our